All right, now to today's weather this week. Today's like a nice little break out there, but
I know.
a break, right?
Yeah, exactly. Temperatures are kind of all over the place. So yesterday we only got into the 40s. Today we're already in the 50s, and we were expecting it to be in the 50s, but right now it looks like it's going to be even warmer, like possibly even the upper 50s later today. But we're going to put a cold front in the forecast for later this evening and into tonight. So tomorrow is going to be completely different. Tomorrow we're expecting a high of 34 degrees later in the afternoon, but the record cold high is actually 35, and that was set back in 2018. So we could see a record cold high by tomorrow. Also being updated is our drought monitor that comes out every Thursday. Some good news. I know it's kind of hard to spot out the good news here, but we do have the drought that is kind of lessening a little bit now in southeast Oklahoma. So you can see where we are technically dry just south of Idabel and also just north and east of Sallisaw. So we are seeing some very minor improvements. We've gone to 100% in a drought to now 98% technically in a drought. We could always use some more rain, or even at this point we gotta say we could use some more snow as well. We could be seeing some of that here eventually, but looking outside, satellite showing lots of sun. We do have some clouds across the north, and the cold front is starting to drop into the state as well. This is our Enid camera, part of our Pike Pass SkyCam network. Beautiful blue skies. We're at 51 degrees. We got a south wind right now at 11 miles an hour. Temperatures in the mid and upper 40s behind the front. In fact, already in the upper 30s right now in the Panhandle. But everyone else basically seeing low to mid 50s with a south to southwest wind anywhere between about 10 to 15. Gusts as high as around 20 to 25 in the far west, just out ahead of that cold front. So the cold front's going to continue to slowly make its way across the state this afternoon into early evening. I think it's going to be moving into Oklahoma City sometime between about 6 and 7 o'clock. So behind that, eventually that colder air will be moving in. Tomorrow's going to be the coldest day, but as we get into Saturday, it's going to be chilly, not cold. Also with this particular front and behind it, we're going to have a little bit of moisture, so we could see some light snow or flurries tomorrow, not much. This weekend, it's going to be dry. Now, as we get into early next week, right now, Monday, we've got another wave passing by, but it looks like all the rain or anything that we do get with it is going to stay well to the south of Oklahoma. And then a couple of days after that, it looks milder. So again, temperatures kind of all over the place. I think by early next week, into about midweek, temperatures back into the 50s, which is not so bad for this time of year. But then we've got this next storm system moving in right around Thanksgiving. And at this point, it's not looking as wet as it has been, but it still does have some rain and storms with it. Right now, it's trying to push it all east of here, but behind it, temperatures will be dropping back off. Not a whole lot, cool, not cold, but then eventually temperatures start to go back up from there. So again, lots of ups and downs over the next week or so. Today, though, an up. 55 degrees is what we're expecting in Oklahoma City, but the upper 50s across the far south. It's going to be obviously colder to the north because the cold front's already moved there. Overnight tonight, dropping down into the upper 20s, about 26 degrees in Ponca City, 32 in Ada, about 32 tomorrow morning in Lawton, and then tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be very cold. So think about this. It's going to be 34 degrees, but we're also going to expect a northeast wind between 10 to 20 miles an hour. So wind chills will once again be a factor throughout much of the day. We do have that chance of snow. I just think it's going to be a lot more likely across the far north and northeast. But if we do get any accumulation, it would be very minor, really across north, maybe a dusting at best here in Oklahoma City. And then on Saturday, again, chilly, but not terribly cold. It's certainly going to start out very cold in the morning, but eventually in the afternoon, despite a northwest wind, temperatures still in the upper 40s, a little breezy, so I still think wind chills will be a little bit of a factor, but upper 40s to around 50 degrees to the south. Oh yeah, in Bedlam is this weekend. If you plan to be there, plan to also bundle up. It's going to be very cold by kickoff, temperatures in the mid 30s, but by the time we get into halftime, temperatures dropping just a little bit.